Flagler County's unemployment rate is at a 26-month high. In January, we eclipsed the 4% unemployment rate.
Flagler County's unemployment rate stands at 4.1%. Daryl Moody has our top story.
President and CEO Greg Blase with the Palm Coast Flagler Regional Chamber of Commerce says January is historically a slow time of year, and a third of Flagler County's jobs are in tourism and retail.
Those jobs eventually go away when the demand goes down, right? Once everybody's bought their Christmas presents, they're not going out and spending as much money. So those retail jobs also decline in the winter. So that's what we have here. We're looking at January 2024 numbers. Yes, it's true. We're at a 26-month high. Yes, we have a 4.1% unemployment rate. And part of the reason is because people are not here spending money. The consumer sentiment number is still fairly low in Florida.
Blase says population growth is another factor.
We know Flagler County's population is growing, and by extension, the Flagler County workforce is growing too. The number of employed residents has grown by over 1,100 in the past 12 months. Our labor force has grown by over 1,400 residents during that same time period.
Blase says the bottom line is Flagler County needs to diversify its workforce.
Tourism is great and wonderful and amazing, and it's a huge part of our economy, but we need to focus on other portions of the economy, such as manufacturing, such as healthcare, so that we don't see these types of peaks and valleys when we get into these normal low tourism times where the jobs simply just aren't going to be there.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Wednesday, March 13th. Last weekend was a busy one for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Rick Staley.
Over the weekend, deputies made 21 arrests, conducted 184 traffic stops, and handled 750 calls for service. Another illegal immigrant that was wanted was caught after he was driving a car with an unassigned tag. He presented a fraudulent Venezuelan driver's license, but deputies noticed that it was counterfeit, along with the certificate for vehicle in transit. He was arrested and taken to the Green Roof Inn. In another case of a fraudulent license, an individual stopped for speeding 91 miles per hour on Interstate 95. The driver did not have a driver's license, and the passenger also provided a fake driver's license. They were both arrested and taken to the Green Roof Inn.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Palm Coast City Council is providing you an opportunity for feedback on the Comprehensive Plan 2050.
The Palm Coast City Council just held a workshop meeting presenting more details about the Comprehensive Plan 2050. Brittany Kershaw, Director of Communications and Marketing for the City of Palm Coast.
This is a great time for the community to get involved. The Imagine 2050 plan is still ongoing throughout the duration of this year, and there is plenty of time for the public to have their voice heard.
Kershaw emphasizes there are also several public hearing slots happening today to get your feedback about the Comprehensive Plan 2050.
We'll have 2 public community conversations for residents to get involved and give us their feedback on the Imagine 2050 plan. The first one will be from 1 to 3 p.m. in the community wing of City Hall, and the second will be from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the community wing as well. It's open to the public. The consultants and city staff will be present.
Brittany Kershaw. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
How do you know that your child has a life-threatening illness?
You can see it on TikTok, of course.
June of 2022, I was on TikTok and I saw Carrie Fowler talking about her daughter, Hayden Fowler. She looked just like my daughter. It was like looking at Veda on the screen. And I was like, what's Sanfilippo syndrome? And because I work in ultrasound, I was like, I'm very interested.
Christian Ulrich said that doctors could not diagnose Veda. That video, she said, led her to more answers. You can see that video and help Veda's cause at savingveda.com. That's savingveda.com. Lifeline is on WNZF Saturday mornings at 9 and on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, getting a clinical trial for Veda. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.